On the bulletin, we'll get you the inside story of what the BJP is planning for its prime ministerial candidate Narendra Modi. Sources have told headlines today, Narendra Modi is expected to fight elections from the Hindi heartland. Will it be Varanasi? Will it be Lucknow? Most likely it is Varanasi. The RSS has communicated its view to the BJP. A formal announcement will be made in January that month. Then the BJP plans another Rath Yatra. The BJP had two options for this big Uttar Pradesh push to get Narendra Modi to contest either from Varanasi or from Lucknow. And sources tell headlines today's editor-at-large Rahul Kanwal that scales are tipped in favor of Varanasi. Initially, there were three constituencies that were being earmarked for Narendra Modi: Allahabad, Varanasi and Lucknow. And joining me now for the latest on this big breaking stories, headlines today's editor-at-large Rahul Kanwal. Rahul, what tipped the scales in favor of Varanasi?
Gaurav, this back and forth has been going on for many months now, and there was a view within one section of the BJP that Narendra Modi must not leave Gujarat because he's built up an image as a mascot for Gujarat. He's tapped into the Gujarati Asmita, and if he were to leave Gujarat, people in the state would feel let down. And after much deliberation, the BJP has now decided, pushed by the RSS, that Narendra Modi must contest from the Hindi heartland. The final decision on which seat Modi will be contesting from has not yet been taken. For the next 1 month, there is an inauspicious period according to the Hindu calendar, which breaks on the 15th of January. That's when Party President Rajnath Singh has called for deliberations on allocation of seats for the Lok Sabha. And we are being told around the 25th of January is when the BJP will publicly announce that Narendra Modi will contest from the Hindi heartland. Of the options that you mentioned, Gaurav, Varanasi is the most likely seat because it's very close to Bihar, and therefore they're hoping that in 20 seats of Uttar Pradesh and at least 6 seats in the adjoining areas of Bihar, there will be a ripple effect. And that's what the BJP is hoping to tap into. Varanasi is the seat of Murli Manohar Joshi. He's nurtured that constituency. He's very possessive of his stuff. He's so far given no indication that he's willing to leave, although the Kanpur seat is being kept vacant for him. And the BJP, Modi aides are hoping that he'll voluntarily vacate. There's another section in the BJP which says that those above the age of 75 should not be allowed to contest.
Okay.
Murli Manohar Joshi is about to hit 80 in January. If that were to happen, then he might be denied a ticket, but that will also impact the electoral fortunes of LK Advani, who's 86, but he's already made it clear that he wants to contest. So the RSS doesn't want to get into that mess. They've been through an unhappy, sulking Advani once. They don't want to deal with that again, and therefore it's likely that Murli Manohar Joshi will be readjusted if Narendra Modi decides to contest from Varanasi. Things seem to be heading at a very rapid clip in that direction, Gaurav.
Indeed, and that is very clear. The way to Delhi lies through Uttar Pradesh, 80 seats there, and Bihar, of course, the BJP's big push. But isn't this a very big gamble? Will Narendra Modi contest only from Varanasi, only from the Hindi heartland, or will there be a backup plan B, Gujarat still there? He may contest from two places.
As of this afternoon, the factual situation is that the RSS has communicated to the BJP leadership, has communicated to Narendra Modi that the overwhelming mood in the RSS cadre is that he should fight from the Hindi heartland. That's the message that's been sent. Everything else is just speculation. I don't want to delve too much in the speculative realm, but what I can say is that plans also, Gaurav, at this time are on for a Rath Yatra to be carried out through Uttar Pradesh by Narendra Modi. Now, this is the first time viewers are hearing of this. This won't be like the Rath Yatra of LK Advani in the 1990s when his Rath literally moved from one place to another. This will be a modern day avatar of the Rath Yatra, where there'll be a road show in several of the major towns of Uttar Pradesh, and Narendra Modi will then be taking helicopter sorties as well. The aim is to cover more ground in less time. Otherwise, if they do a traditional Yatra, a lot of time ahead of March, April will get taken up. up. So that's another thing that they're working on. There is no decision yet. Yes, a second theory is that he could contest from one seat in Gujarat and one seat in Uttar Pradesh. That is something that could be looked at. But finally, that's a decision that Modi, Rajnath Singh, Amit Shah, all the other senior BJP leaders need to take. The RSS is telling us, our sources in the RSS are telling us that we don't want to micromanage to that extent. We've communicated the mood in the Sankhara. Now we leave it to the party president to see how he wants to approach this.